Hi, this is Hiroki Kudo. This is a series of creating a unicorn startup. This is day 8. So day 1 was last week, Thursday. Today's March 31st, day 8. Since I'm gonna start the YouTube. Today I'm just gonna update you of what we've been doing. So last week we talked about we're gonna kick this off. We, as in on Friday, myself and 2 other gentlemen have joined to discuss what we need to do going forward, and kind of talking about how to create a unicorn startup. There are some elements that I explained last week. You need to have a really big pain, a severe pain, you have a big market, and then you have to have something that's scaled. To start with any sort of business, we need to make sure we understand the pain, we understand our customer, we understand that all that actually exists, it's not in our head. So the first thing we do is we're conducting a lot of interviews and understanding the customer, the user, and the industry, and also a bit of the competitors as well. So doing mentors in UBC, a lot of the sort of teams come aboard and say, hey, we're going to create this. We're going to create this platform, or this software, this app. And that's all good. But usually when they kind of start going back and they go back to the, okay, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? What problem are you trying to solve? Or what kind of service are you going to provide? They sometimes miss that didn't exist. It was just in their head. Or they were interested, but not enough that they're actually going to pay. So for our project, we are going to work on creating a solution for entry-level jobs. So when we say entry-level jobs, it's a bit vague, and we probably need to specify this more. But right now we're thinking about fast food chain, also logistics, warehouses, retail shops, construction sites, etc. That sort of industry genre of jobs. So you don't really need that much experience, not much skills. So people who have just graduated for college or maybe high school, secondary, those type of people are looking for jobs. On the other hand, of course, there are people who are hiring. So all those fast food chain restaurants, those construction sites, they need people. And my guess is it's difficult to find the right people, even if there's so many people who want jobs. So there seems to be some sort of mismatch within this. So for us, the customer are those managers in these restaurants, whatnot. So we want to make sure that, hey, it's really a problem that they can't really hire, they can't find the right people. So that needs to be that needs to be a severe pain, as we kind of say. If the pain does not exist, we don't have a business. So we want to check that out. So we're starting off doing some interviews. So far we've done 6 interviews, some on the customers, also some on the user side, so the workers as well, also some on more understanding of the industry. So consultants, I've talked to consultants as well who do HR service for those industries. So what is interesting to see is from an interview with a warehouse, a sort of small scale warehouse, but they're really focusing on providing quality, providing brand. They at some point, they really hired a lot, but they kind of failed doing so because the more sort of mediocre people they have, they tend to have more mistakes. So more mistakes makes it, even more busier. So they need to hire more. So it went into a negative cycle. So now they're focusing on really finding the right person. They'll take time in finding the right person and take time in investing in training them. So that seems to be working for them. So for them, they're not hiring. They're more specific. They're searching for a certain type of person. The other part was we had an interview with a restaurant manager. He said it was really hard to hire. So if you post something on Indeed, you get a lot of applicants, but when you respond, not everybody responds back. And at the end of the day, they would get only a few 100 applicants, coming through Indeed, but only 5 interviews, and then only one, you give a job to 2 or 3, but you only have 1 showing up. So that's kind of the funnel. So it's really tough. The funnel's tough. Out of the 100, you only get 1 or 2. So you have to spend a lot of time. Mentally, this is tough because, even if you respond, they're not going to show up. It's kind of hard to keep it up as a manager, I guess. So that's kind of what we've learned. Also from the worker side, we found, like I got one interview and he was saying that even if you apply, those jobs sometimes don't exist. We found an article that there's a lot of fake jobs they put there, but they're actually not hiring, so they will never respond back. It's kind of hard to understand which are the real jobs or which are sort of like there for like over a few months. They just posted there, but they maybe forgot to take it down, or they just posted up just to show that they're a growing company. So this is interesting. So some people kind of play around that. They're not actually hiring, so it makes it even more difficult to understand the industry. So that's what we've done so far. I think we need to focus more on the customer side, so the HR manager side, really figure out, okay, what in the process are they really having trouble with? What can we do to help them out within that process and what is the biggest pain they have? So this is like sort of week 2. I'll be updating you on week 3 going forward. If you have any comments, suggestions, something that we should look into, any articles that will help us, please write it down in the description. Also, if you're interested in this project, that'll be great. Please reach out to me. I have my Twitter account, or you can leave a comment again in this YouTube video. So see you again. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.